We know that Jesus had a group of followers around him. The larger group of followers are often called the disciples, but then there was that select group, the 12, who were called apostles, those who had been specially chosen by Jesus. The larger group of disciples who followed him, many of them liked what he had to say. Many of them thought he would be that political Messiah. Many of them liked the fact that he did cool things like multiply loaves and fish, and they got to eat all of this extra bread, that had been left over. They followed him not necessarily because they believed him to be the Son of God. But Jesus saw something through his prayer and through spending time with the 12 that made him select those 12 men, the apostles. These apostles, and the word apostle means delegate, these apostles were to be his commissioners, the special commissioners of Christ. And so Jesus spent a lot of time with them. Now, Jesus must have had a sense of humor because he really selected an interesting group of human beings in the 12 apostles. There were fishermen, a tax collector, just a young boy, John. What a group of men they must have been. But we know too that all of the apostles are the first bishops of the church. Jesus chose them with a very specific intention, that they would pass on and teach all that he had been teaching. There were even times that the apostles and even some of the disciples were able to go out and in their preaching to heal people. And this was, amazing to them that they were able to do this, but the word of God was so powerful in them, and the faith amongst the people was so strong after hearing what they had preached, that people were healed, hearts were moved, lives were changed. And Jesus gave the 12 a very specific role then in the church. They are the first bishops of the church, and all of our bishops today within the church are successors of the 12 apostles. Even Judas, who betrayed Jesus, he too was a bishop, one of the first 12 bishops of the church. All of the bishops consecrated today were ordained by a bishop, who was ordained by a bishop, who was ordained by a bishop, who was one of the 12. There is a succession down through the generations.